These strange creatures spotted in the deep sea will scare the lights out of you. Are they watching us or are they minding their business? Either way, I'd be happy never running into any of them. Something massive and alive is moving through the depths of the Pacific Ocean, and no one knows what it is. In 1997, the U.S. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration recorded one of the loudest and most mysterious underwater sounds ever heard. Nicknamed the bloop, it was so loud it was picked up by sensors over 3,000 miles apart. The sound has never been conclusively explained, and here's the creepiest part. It seemed biological. For a while, experts thought it might have come from some kind of gargantuan sea creature, something far larger than even a blue whale. You'd think science would have figured it out by now, but nope, it remains unsolved. If something that big is down there, hiding in the deep, what else is? Well, let's dive into these 5 real encounters with strange, unexplainable creatures spotted in the deep sea, each one more mind-bending than the last. The Ningen, the mysterious humanoid beneath Antarctic waters. Sailors from Japanese government research vessels began whispering about it in the 1990s. A pale white humanoid creature drifting beneath the icy waves of the Southern Ocean. They called it the Ningen, which literally translates to human. Now, descriptions say it's up to 100 feet long with a human-like head, torso, and limbs including arms. Some reports even claim, it has fingers and eyes. But here's where things get really unsettling. These sightings come from trained Antarctic research teams, not random fishermen. One group allegedly tried to photograph the creature from the deck of their ship, but the flash scared it away, disappearing into the black. Rumors grew so intense that a Japanese magazine, MU, published a full investigative spread on the creature back in 2007. Now, the Japanese government has never confirmed or actually denied the claims, and some theorists believe they've deliberately, suppressed the truth to avoid panic or interference with classified marine studies. So what is the Ningen? Well, some say it's an unknown marine species, others claim it's a deep sea alien or government bioexperiment. Either way, something weird is happening in Antarctica. The Black Sea hum and the creature caught on submarine sonar. Now, in 2006, a NATO submarine on training exercises in the Black Sea picked up something huge moving just beneath them. This wasn't, ordinary sea life. The object moved in a pattern that suggested intelligence, circling the sub, then stopping completely for 90 seconds as if it was watching them. When sonar pings were sent out, the creature emitted a very deep, rumbling frequency that kind of shook the submarine's hull. Now, the crew called it the Black Sea hum. To this day, the classified sonar readings are still unreleased to the public, but a leaked transcript between 2 sonar operators described it as biological in nature, but larger than any known life form in that region. Now, why does this matter? Well, because the Black Sea is one of the world's least studied bodies of water. Its lower layers are basically, anoxic, meaning no oxygen, and completely unlivable for most known species. But something is down there, and apparently it's very curious. Now, former military divers have anonymously reported feeling watched during deep sea dives in the area, as though something was following them just beyond visibility. The Deepstaria Enigma, which is a shape-shifting living sheet in the ocean. Now, in 2012, a remotely operated vehicle operated by the oil company Shell captured footage of what at first looked like a plastic bag just floating near an oil rig in the Gulf of Mexico. But then it moved in smooth, undulating, intelligent motions. It wasn't trash, it wasn't a bag, it was alive. This bizarre translucent creature was later identified tentatively as a Deepstaria jellyfish. But here's the catch, it didn't behave like one. It had no tentacles, no normal movement patterns, and seemed to pulse and fold like a living parachute. Viewers pointed out that it even seemed to react to the camera, curling and contracting as if it was disturbed. Many scientists still debate the classification. Now, some marine biologists believe it may be an entirely new species, deep sea predator maybe, capable of shifting its kind of shape and swallowing prey whole. Others think it's something far stranger, like, a siphonophore or unknown kind of colonial organism. To this day, the Deepstaria Enigma remains a favorite among deep sea anomaly hunters. And if you've seen the footage, you'll know why. It looks like an alien. The Baltic Sea Anomaly, a UFO on the ocean floor, maybe. Well, in 2011, a Swedish diving team known as Ocean X was scanning the floor of the Baltic Sea when they found something that looked like it belonged in Star Wars, literally. A perfectly symmetrical 200-foot wide object sitting 300 feet below the surface. It was round, with what appeared to be stairs and a long runway-like trail behind it, as if it had landed. Now, the divers reported strange electrical interference near this object. Their equipment stopped working anytime they got too close. Now, one diver said it felt like the object was emitting strong energy. Another, claimed that his satellite phone died the moment he tried to send a photo out. Now, geologists have tried to explain the anomaly as a kind of glacial, formation, but the problem is it doesn't look natural. It looks engineered. Even sonar scans show unnatural straight edges and angles, like a man-made kind of structure. Some have suggested it could be an anti-submarine device, but others aren't really buying any of these stories. Now, the biggest theory is that it is a crashed UFO that's been kind of just sitting at the bottom of the Baltic Sea for thousands of years, and something inside it might still be active, just maybe. The colossal squid footage and the eyes that, shouldn't exist. Forget giant squids. The colossal squid is their bigger, nastier cousin, and it is 100% real. In 2007, a New Zealand fishing crew caught one alive off the coast of Antarctica. It was 33 feet long, weighed nearly half a ton, and had rotating, hooked tentacle claws. But that's not the most terrifying part. What is? Well, the eyes, they were the size of basketballs. Literally the largest eyes ever recorded on any animal alive or extinct. But here's where it gets kind of weirder. That wasn't the only one. Back in 2014, scientists captured deep sea footage of another colossal squid using a camera system baited at 2,000 meters deep. The creature appeared to emerge from the darkness with literally no warning, kind of swimming with precision and speed towards the bait. And then it just kind of stopped, just hovering, watching its massive eyes turn directly towards the camera. Now, that footage has become legendary in marine biology, circles, because the squid seems almost aware. One scientist described it as eerily calm for a creature with no known predators. The encounter raised the question, if they're that smart, why in the world are they hiding? Are these deep sea monsters more intelligent than we thought? What do you guys think? So are they watching us? From shape-shifting jellyfish and deep sea humanoids to sonar pinging, leviathans and giant staring squid, these encounters suggest there's more going on in the ocean than we can explain. I mean, we've explored more of Mars than our own deep sea, and maybe, just maybe, that's exactly how they want it. Because if something is watching us from, deep down there, we might not be ready to actually know what it is. Thanks for watching. I'm your host, Ashley. Until next time, stay out of the deep sea.